Oh, I made it just in time, boys and girls. You know, late fees here. Joe, how's it going, mate? I'm excited. Bye rounds last week. I think everyone's kind of dodged the carnage. I almost had what's his face, Tommy Stewart in the team. Didn't end up happening, which is rather annoying, but mate, just glad to be here. Tell you what.
Yeah, as you should be. Neither of us are late today, which is kind of crazy. Both of us were here. Look, it was officially 5:31 that we started, but hey, 5:31, 5:30. We're not gonna, split hairs.
The intro hadn't started yet, unless you went early and showed your face beforehand. No one would have known that I wasn't there waiting to go. There was just traffic on the road and whatnot. So yeah, just what happens, I suppose.
Yeah, absolutely. Hope you all having a wonderful week, guys. Initiator, good to see you. Trouble's coming. Oh no, don't say that. Michael, good evening to you. Hope you have had a great week as well, man. Shawnee in the chat. G'day, Shawnee. AFL said 5 minutes early for broadcast. Your last, Big J.
Sorry, mate. Sorry.
Was it 5 minutes?
Can't help it, I suppose. I'll just leave now, Joe. Catch you next week. I'll try again in 7 days' time. And what can you do? You know. Oh.
Yeah, fair enough. Good to see you, Frankie. Hope you've had a great week as well. In terms of work, really, in terms of Supercoach and stuff. I think a lot of us have got finished teams basically at this point, which is pretty good. Can't complain.
A lot of us have no trades, which is where I'm at the moment. Gone a bit crazy. You know, you can't make bad trades if you don't have any trades left. And hey, that might be the position after today that I'm actually in. So yeah, very nice.
Fair shout there. What do you reckon is more important, to have one trade left? So for me, would it be worthwhile going down to 2 trades and having 17 playing this week? Or do I just simply hold on to my 3 trades for the year and just field 16?
It really feels like, hey, are you going to have someone like a McCarthy in the side, or are you going to, like, which player are you getting with the extra trade to a player? Are you getting someone valuable, or are you just getting some spud that who cares?
It would probably be Liddy, whatever that guy is. The Port Adelaide.
See, Saad might even come back. That's the crazy thing. Saad might even come back. He's they've been talking a lot about it with injuries and whatnot. If you were really tricky, I would go someone like even just a Camporelli to a Liddy if you have to. But like, the team's not too bad. The good thing is, I think you should hold it. It's 1 week. You might just miss out on a crappy rookie score. Okay. But the beautiful thing about having 3 trades is that you can still have 1 injury trade. Then later on, you can go Clark and Johnson to like a primo.
Right.
So it might end up working out better for yourself that way. So I would hold it. I would just say, cool, 17 this week, whatever. Doesn't matter. Take the hit. You never know. Tom Gross could get named today, and or O'Connell could come out and get named today or something, and then hey, like you've got back up to the number. So you just don't know. But the availability to actually say, cool, even if you don't do that, you say McCarthy, get to 300K, cool, Johnson or whoever, upgrade. I can still have 1 injury trade and then get another primo in. I think it's a good position to be
in. Sounds good.
My team being a little bit different. I just don't have the cash gen and wanted to have 18, and that's about it, really. So, yeah. How it goes for myself.
That's good, Frankie. Having 19, a lot of people, myself included, are really struggling to field 16 in round 16. Like I've got, I think I have 16. I've got 1, 2.
I think I have 20.
I've got 16. I need O'Connell. He's not getting named.
Yeah, I told you, man. He could be named. Cooper Simpson comes back from injury like really early, and it's like, hey, there you go. So. Yeah,
not happening. Ethan? Well, you're the one with no trades, so you should show us what you. There you go. As Ethan says, show us your team, mate. Mr. No
if you
Trade.
had seen, I'll do it now before all the fans come on, because otherwise I'll get roasted for it. But quickly, let's have a sneaky look. 1 second.
Is the
Share
hyperlink because
screen.
it's 99k? Well, yeah, 99k is certainly a really big benefit because let's be
Cheap.
real, he's cheap. Who's playing has a decent role playing in the midfield. I know Butler is there, but he's an elevated price point in the forward line, and people just want to be doing a final upgrade. So they need someone who's dead cheap.
This is my team, Ethan. I think it for myself, just not having as much money and whatnot in my team, I'm okay. I'll take it. It'll be 9 weeks of just fun for myself, which, just enjoy football. Probably take a little bit of a step back as well. Supercoach has been taking over the life a little bit, and going back to uni this semester would be nice not to have to worry too much about it. Final team, like outside of this week, will look like this. So McCarthy coverage, Liddy coverage, cool, not too bad. And then obviously Dunkley out this week, Whitfield out this week. So yeah, there you go, Ethan.
Very cool. Very cool.
There you go.
Zero trades, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go.
Done.
There you go.
He is done.
I was going to get DCAM. I think I stuffed myself. I said it in the team review. I think I stuffed myself by getting Kennedy last week in the fact that Darcy actually went down 20k. So if I had an extra 20k on top, I could have gone Kennedy up to a ruckman. It is what it is. It's happened. So yeah, just how we have to go it. And then
1.6k, not 20k. Darcy barely moved in price.
No. Did Darcy go down? How much did he lose last week?
1.6k.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, he hardly lost anything.
But yeah, I kind of stuffed myself. So yeah, whatever. It's happened. Can't help it now. And then life goes on.
Exactly. Velo, good to see you, man. Hopefully
Up,
everything went well with the wifey, with her operation. Thoughts and prayers with you and her. Hopefully it all went well. Could trade Simpson to Butler for one more warm body. I could actually. It's a fair shout, but it's not really netting me any money, is it? 143.
Joe's in a unique position, whereas if the other boys actually hold out and do some other things, we may end up being able to make another primo trade and then hold on to McCarthy. So yeah, it's not terrible.
Yeah, so he's could do the Simpson, but when does Simpson come back? Let's have a look at the injury.
It's saying potentially round 17, but round 21, 22 is Simpson. But like he'd have to break back into the team at that point too. It's like saying Ben Patton he's available to play in round 17. Well, yeah, but he might not actually play. So
he's not even mentioned. Like he's nowhere.
No, he won't be. He's done.
Dead.
He's done for the year, man. He's finished.
Yeah, he's done for the year.
He's finished. He'll be an okay rookie downgrade next year, depending on what their back line looks like and everything. Hopefully, maybe a Hustwaite comes back at some point. But I don't even think his game last week in the VFL was great. So, did they even play? I don't even think they played VFL. I don't even think his game was that good. Probably worth a bit sad, but I dropped Sard. And it's like, well, Sard might actually have a better chance of coming back next week than Hustwaite will ever.
He might come back.
Then Hustwaite will ever.
Yeah.
So it's not a great position to be in, unfortunately. Sandringham is Hawthorn? No. Box Hill is Hawthorn. Cobra, Wormstown, no.
Yeah, I think I'll just do that. Had the buy round. Butler in as that warm body.
Yeah, they must have had the buy round. Yeah, they had the buy round. So.
Good day, lads. Good day, Captain Flash. Do you reckon McRae would make a suitable M8? Completes the 22 plus McCarthy team with one extra trade, which if no injury, I could go ranking up. Yeah, that last trade will certainly just be the luxury trade to end the season with. But yeah, one trade from here to round 21 or 22 is a long way to go. So fingers crossed, no injuries for you, man.
Yeah, you just hope McCarthy will be named this week, most likely. will most likely, you'd hope, have a similar position on field as he did pre-buy. But you just hope he does, really. A lot of people are relying on a McCarthy 23. A lot of people in the top 1K may have a 23rd primo anyway, so we don't have to worry too much. But yeah, just a bit rough.
Also 9, if you had to downgrade for a mid defense, would you do Johnson to Billy Wilson or Stone Hall to a 99k loop? Billy Wilson.
Look, I think this year, I think at this point,
He's not keeping.
It depends on what your coverage is like. Carlton and halfback's a little bit weird though, because Carroll could easily come back if Wilson has a poor game this week. Michael Voss is basically scraping on for his life, and if he doesn't make changes, then things may happen. But yeah, it's a bit rough. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how if he holds his spot in the team. Like the thing is,
I don't think he does.
You'd like to have someone on your bench. I mean, ultimately, if that 99k loop is going to allow you to get the premium that you really want, then fine, just go for it. But
if it does, then fantastic. Go bananas. I think points on field is always king, but you just hope that you've got some bench coverage so you don't struggle too much.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Or even Flynn Young for Simpson. Yeah, I don't know. I'll just go with Butler. I think Butler keeps his spot in the team. I'm keeping Clark, Johnson, Pedler for bench coverage. Exactly.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Good
go.
stuff, Frankie. I think Clark keeps his spot in the side. I think he's definitely right now he's playing in defense due to the injuries, but obviously after the bye, when a lot of our defenders come back, I think he will then be pushed back to his natural good position on the wing. So I definitely think Clark is worth a hold. We love him. He won our time trial when he first came in, affectionately known as Pup. So I reckon I reckon he continues to play, and Pedler I think continues to play as well. Clowns SC. I'll have 2 trains left when my team is finished next week. Weakest player on field would be maybe Newcomb, LDU, Chad Warner. McCarthy on bench, though, to loop for coverage. Not ideal. Hey, the fact that you've got McCarthy on the bench is good enough, man. I'm relying on McCarthy on the field. McCarthy's in my flex at the moment. He's my flexi boy. So I reckon you're doing very well if you've got a team that has got McCarthy on the bench. It's going to be brutal watching Rankin, Bolton, and Daniel. I reckon Rankin Rankin will have a good week this week, playing against Richmond. He'll be very good. Daniel, you never know. The Hawks can be pretty ineffective, and he could get kick-ins. Shea Bolton, man, he was crap last week. Showboating and rubbing it into the Essendon players, and then went to shit, really. Footy karma came for him real hard. He deserved everything he got. But we've trapped ourselves. Going Carroll, Neal, and Johnson to McRae, Mills, and McCarthy. So badly wanted to get Decam and could, but it would mean I would have to finish my team with a 460k primo max. 460k for a premium. Well, McRae, Mills, and McCarthy are all, I think, good trade-ins. No problem with those 3, Captain Flash. Is there anyone at 460k who's even worth it? I feel like a lot of the guys that, someone like a McKercher was there before, no longer. 460k. Average. Hey, Sam Darcy! But the problem is you can't get Sam Darcy in this week, so he will be outside of your price range if you haven't got him already. Mills you'll be getting this week. Rankin you probably already have. All right, who's doing hot the last 3? Ben Keys will be out of your price range. Dylan Moore will probably still be in there by next week. What's his break even? 12. If he scores 107, he's scored 131 previously as well. Let's hope he doesn't go crazy. 460k. Crap, if he goes 108, you won't be able to afford him. You want him to go... Oh my God, you want him to go under 90.
What's up, Hippo? How you doing?
Hippo.
Sorry, a few people there. Where are we looking, Joe?
What did I say? Did I say JG in the chat? JG, how are you, brother? How we doing, mate?
G Bags is here too. JG's here. Global's here too.
Globes.
Coach. There you go. Initiators here. Jay. Love a bit of Jay. Greek Raven.
You're supposed to read the comments as well.
Sorry, I'm just saying hello to everyone. We'll go through. Cheese, hope you're doing well too. Season's cooked. My season's cooked too. Flashes here. Where are we up to in the comments, Joe? Sorry, I was just had to take a phone call.
I don't know, man. Where are we up to the comments? Yes, McClowns. No, not clowns. Flash.
All right.
It was Flash.
Flash. Yeah.
With the 460k premium. Look, you can still get McKercher. Technically, he's 435.
It'll be juicy to watch him for the rest of the season.
His break even's 100. Yeah, I mean, you could do McRae, Mills, and McCarthy.
Look, if you've got 460k, have you got Darcy already?
The problem is
Darcy's
he can't do it.
459.
Yeah, but this will be for next week. So he's going McRae, Mills, and McCarthy this week, which means
is there someone with like a crazy high break even?
And he's already got Darcy anyway. I mean, you could get McKercher. He will be under 460 next week. You could get Zach Reed again. He'll be back after the bye. You could get Zach Reed next week, bro. You saw what he was doing. You saw what he was doing before he got injured. 133, 102, 90, but maybe don't do it. I'm just kidding. That's just being a troll. I reckon McKercher, he's got DPP, he's got the role, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I think he does, man. Him and Caleb Daniel were playing halfback today at training, so it looked pretty good.
Halfback at training. Halfback kicking goals, taking kick-ins. He just needs to play on a little bit more. But other than that.
Yeah, just needs to have better disposal efficiency, really. Just something to practice a little bit and get kind of that continuity with the team and whatnot, and yeah, go for it.
Ben Patton just got cleaned up.
Yeah, he did. Kai showed me. Apparently, it's on the website. It's looked a bit rough, and the guy that did it got 4 weeks. So yeah, not too great there.
I don't want to see it now.
Ben Patton injury.
This is.
I'll flick it to you on Twitter. Give me 1 sec.
Yeah, thank you. Good season. G'day, Cheese. It's cooked now, so I'll just sit patiently until Liam McMahon's debut. Bro, it's got to happen soon. McMahon's been killing it. McMahon is doing so well. He's got to play. Sandringham and St Kilda, yes, indeed. Greek Raven, hi, guys. My last trades. Dunkley, Bolton, and Hewitt for Nando's, Butters, and Butler. I assume you've already got McCarthy. Dunks is gone. Noah Anderson. Is Noah Anderson's run home that good? Let's have a look. Bolton, I can understand your frustrations. For Butters, yeah. Butters, bellissimo. Gold Coast, where we're looking at. GCS. Yeah, Gold Coast have a pretty tough run to end the season.
Yeah, but first two aren't too bad.
Yeah.
But then Collingwood, Adelaide, Brisbane are not fun.
Yeah. Look, if you got to back your gut, Greek Raven, sometimes. You got to risk it for the biscuit. If it facilitates getting Butters in, I love me good Butters trade-in, mate. Butters, this is so good. J, capital J. Do I boost to trade Bolton to Darcy? But you got a boost?
Ooh.
Oh, shit, my marsh, holy
Mate,
shawarma.
I actually don't mind that, to be honest. If you want a boost to get him in, I do not mind that at all. If you check out Bolton's heat map on Footy Scores, Joe, it wasn't too bad. But I think the disposal efficiency's just murdered him recently. And
yeah, he got caught on the ball how many times?
Well, that's it too, yeah.
That was so funny to watch last week.
It's it's going to be okay, but it's not great.
Itomapu.
Okay. So like the forward line was they kicked 2 goals too. Like it wasn't terrible. It was still kicking goals and had a few CBAs and stuff. It was more just the disposal efficiency that killed him.
21.
If he got like if he went up and got quite a few more, we wouldn't be really having this conversation. So
looks like a rude finger if you look at it sideways. And that's what we did to him. We gave him the finger last week. He decided to be a smartass, and he was shit. Got trolled. But I don't know. I reckon the Dogs win. I don't know how the Swans are supposed to stop Darcy. He's just too big. He's too good. They can. It's going to be sunny, I'm pretty sure. Let's have a look at the Bureau. Far out. Bureau Meteorology. Let's have a look at the Bureau. Come on. And I want for Sydney. What's it like the forecast, please? For Friday, partly cloudy, basically no rain, only 30% chance. Slightly chance of along the coastal fringe, near 0 chance elsewhere. Yeah, it's going to be a perfect day for football. They're screwed. The Swans have got no hope against Darcy. Even if Sydney win, Darcy himself will still kick a bag, in my opinion. Even if the Swans win, Darcy will still kick a bag, in my opinion. But I don't mind that shout of doing Bolton to Darcy. I've got 10 trades before this week, bro. You've got all of the luxury in the world. You've got more than first class. You've got the facials, the foot rubs.
You got that dodgy Qatar. That dodgy Qatar premium that's like above, like you're now flying the plane.
Yeah. You've got the shisha going. You've got everything, bro. You've got all the Arabian Nights, all yours. Incredible. The One Piece and everything. Initiator doing Neil to Mills and Johnson to McRae. Yeah. I did Neil to Mills 2 weeks ago. Very happy about that. The one, and Johnson to McRae. Yeah, that works. So many problems with Carlton. Don't think Voss is the issue. Well, he's part of the issue. He's a component.
I don't think he's part of the issue. I mean, he's part of the issue in the fact that your feet are part of your legs. But I think the biggest issue with Carlton is the players. To be honest, they'll sack another coach. They'll sack another coach. They'll sack another coach. They'll sack more coaches and whatnot, and it will still be the same nonsense again and again and again. So, yeah, it's I don't think it's them. I think majority of the blame needs to be on the players. They're the people that decide not to tackle on field. They're the people that decide, hey, we're not going to do much else, and cool. We just won't put ourselves in the positions as much as they want to be in. So it's not great for them. There he is, number 25.
Oh, bang. Wow. What the hell was that?
There you go.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Did that idiot seriously do that? Thanks, Initiator, for hitting us up. Thanks, Big J, as well.
Yeah. He got knocked out. I think big problem with Carlton too is the list management. They don't want to get rid of players, and they're desperate to do something like what Richmond did in terms of offloading a few named players to get some real draft capital in. I mean, the fact that Silvani is going to get a 4-year contract is a load of shit, and it's just going to confirm that they're going to be further and further down the ladder again and again and again for a very long time. So,
what an idiot. What the hell is he doing?
Bit of a dum-dum.
He didn't even try to bend over to pick the ball up. He aimed for him. Oh my god. But the good thing is, thankfully, he seems to be okay, Patton, because he got back into him and started to push him around. So, yeah, wow, that's bad. That's very bad. Holy crap, that was bad. Unreal. JJ, hey lads, Anderson or Dawson? I personally prefer Dawson. I think Dawson's going to go big this week. He's got a pretty decent run home. And how many games does he have to play at home as well? Let's have a look at the fixture. How many of them are at Adelaide Oval? Setting. Oh, no, sorry, not settings. Sorry, filter. Team Adelaide. All right. 1 at home, 2 at home, 3 at home, 4 at home. This is basically home. 5 at home. You got 5 games to come at home, so that's pretty good. Marvel Stadium indoors, no tagging from North, so that's not too bad as well. The Dogs don't tag either. Yeah, I like Dawson. I wish I had Dawson in my team at the moment.
I actually prefer Anderson. I think he's a better pick. Regardless of run, the problem with Dawson is that I don't think he's got the ceiling that Anderson's got. But then also as well, it feels like Dawson sometimes has what I call the Paddy Cripps situation, where there's games that he is more than happy to just get tagged himself, get nullified out of a game, or get moved forward and become pretty much ineffectual for us in Supercoach. Where Anderson, I think, always just takes the game on. Like, they're not the same type of players, but Dawson will regularly get moved up to the forward line, get moved around too much in a game, player goes down, gets stuck in rotation. Hey, look, the game's tight. Let's try and make sure Dawson can get a goal and things like that, which obviously negatively affects his scoring. It's happened too often for myself. Like, there is a couple of, you look at round 10 and 11, Joe, as you show there, 138. Just go back. 138, 132. Cool. No worries. But then if you have a look at the other games, especially the heat maps too, he'll score a 108, but he'll be moved around so much on field. So, yeah.
Yeah, but I think in this game he got tagged.
Yeah,
got the tag symbol there.
No, that's fair. It's just more that they give him all the shit. They give him all the shit jobs, and then he just gets relegated and moved around too much for my liking. Like, if you're going to have one last primo left, I don't know about Dawson. That's all I'm going to say. I would be more like, hey, Anderson's there. He might go bigger over the next few weeks. It just sucks that Dawson's playing Richmond, and you kind of expect him to go big. But I could almost predict, Joe, bit of a dodgy prediction this week. But what if we say Jordan Dawson sub 110 this week? Like, the rest of Adelaide are just going to go bananas. The rest of Adelaide are going to go bananas, and Jordan Dawson's going to cop a little bit of attention, and we'll have a big game from Rankin, from Keys, from Rochelle, everyone else, and Jordan Dawson's going to be like, cool, yep, no worries, we won. You can put a guy on me. I don't care this week. So, yeah, I think that's what's going to happen.
Well, who are Richmond going to put on him?
Oh, someone. They got players still.
They've got players still. Good to know.
They've got players still. He's
still there. He is still their number one CBA getter.
Of course.
So then they might. So he will get bulk minutes around the ball, and then if he has to go to defense to play defense there, he can take an intercept mark if he has to play forward, he can take a mark, kick a goal. He's a pretty good set shot for goal. I don't know. I just think he can score in a number of different ways. I think if he was playing for a Victorian club, he would be getting a lot more attention. I genuinely think Jordan Dawson is one of the more criminally underrated players in the league with what he can do on ball, behind ball, and forward of the ball. So he's got different scoring avenues. Adelaide's going to be up there. Adelaide's going to win more games than they're going to lose with the way that they're playing. He's getting free score assists with that dynamic forward line when he kicks the ball forward, and he's normally a good kick. This year, it's been a lot worse than normal. I personally, and you're getting the benefit of knowing that he's done it before as a premium. So the highest average for Anderson's 106 for the season, whereas someone like Dawson, he can go 110, 115 type scores for the year.
My issue with Dawson isn't his ability to score. It's him actually going to be scoring. Like, we all know Jordan Dawson can go big, but I just don't see him at the moment getting that type of role.
He's had 24 disposals.
This week, this season, he's getting moved around so much. Like, it's not Jordan Dawson bulk midfield destroyer anymore. It's, hey, let's give it to Keys, let's give it to everyone else. Like, at least in the last couple of weeks. But he's
still the number one mid, though, for them.
Yeah, but you can be the number one mid and stay at the back so the ball doesn't go behind you. Like, you don't have to be on the ball to be number one mid. Like Adam Chera. Chera might have the most CBAs, but he doesn't get the ball. It's the same thing.
Well, that might not be his role at that stoppage, but he could very well be the guy who receives it. Like, not everyone can be see ball, get ball. If you have a whole midfield group of see ball, get ball, the problem is you lose balance at the stoppage. And if you don't win it there, you get burnt on the outside because now the opposition has got space to run goal side of you. And secondly, even if you do win the ball, because it's everyone going in for the pill, you're all next to each other and you're congested, and it becomes harder for you to break away through the opposition mids. So that's part of the reason why they're playing much better football now, the Crows, because it's not everyone is see ball, get ball. People have got defined roles of how they're supposed to play. And yeah, there might be some games where Dawson has 60% and games where Dawson has 82%, but where he goes to, he still can score there because he's great at intercept marking. He was a defender at the Swans before he came to Adelaide. He can go forward. He can kick a match-winning goal. He can take a mark. And he's not. And the thing with him is, you look at his scoring. He's only had 24 disposals on the weekend and no goals, but he's still scored basically 120. And that's not, a prolific week for him. This week he had 18 disposals. You would think for a lot of people, 18 disposals would not get you much, not even 20. But he almost scored 100. He basically scored 110 in that game. This game he had 21 disposals, 27 disposals. Is he a bit more of the pill? 27. He's gone 130 plus. So it's, I don't know. I love watching him. I'm obviously not an owner, and personally, as a non-owner, I'm jealous that you do own him and I don't own him, is what I'm saying. You, as an owner, maybe have some regret or bias. I don't know why, but he's averaging 110 for you this year. How many players are averaging 110 at the moment in the midfield?
Corey does say Dawson's going to go massive. He has North, Eagles, and Richmond. Okay, fair enough.
Average.
110. Yeah, there's not many, is there? Nick Dacos, Bontempelli, Brayshaw. Probably about it. And then you got like your Max Holmes and your Bailey Smith and stuff. There's not many. Even Josh Dunkley's not 110.
Yeah, like no one's really shooting the lights out, are they?
Not a lot.
No. In the last three, what's happened in the last three? He's there 112, 583 in the last 5. He's actually top 6, and Anderson's top 3. So they're both very good players, but for me, I personally prefer Dawson. That's just me. I like Dawson. Okay. Globes. G'day. You hadn't asked me last week in the A-League, mate. Last week was a good week. 4 2s in a row, mate. Tatum. Evening, everyone. I'm surprised there's not more talk about McRae in the forward line. See the Saints run home, especially when it's Supercoach finals time. Yeah, 100%. He's doing wonderful. People, if you can get him in, then you'd be laughing if you can get him. I can't afford him personally, so I can't get him. He's 493K. He's did it very well on the weekend with a 131. He's got, let's look at the run home for inside mids. The Saints have the second easiest run home. No red matchups from here on out.
Would I get,
very, very good.
I wouldn't be crazy and go McRae over Darcy, would I? That's a bit too crazy, right?
Well, Darcy's got a pretty good run home as well. Oh, that's inside mids. I want key. Oh, yeah, he's a key forward, I guess. Doggies. Wow, apparently Sydney's a red matchup for key forwards. What?
Good luck. Good luck.
North.
They've got nobody. They've got no one who can stop him.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to me.
But, if you won Jeremy Cameron, I think he's got a very good run over the next few weeks. So
yeah, he's got the bye.
Blammo.
Yeah, he's got the bye, though.
Oh, yeah. Mate.
I'd love to get
Geelong with the run home, I tell you what. Holy Maloney. Oh, it's fun.
Look, if you watched the game last week, and you feel like McRae is back, to watch. If you've watched the game last week, and you feel like McRae is back, then you can go for him. Because his run home is very good. Let's have a look at his CBAs. 68%, 69% the week before that. Who was the number one? So it was Steele. And Winhager was tagging. Hunter Clark and McRae. So these seem to be the 4. Obviously, Filippo's not playing. He's got the midfield role. It was obviously always going to be a question of how he returns from his serious injury. But if he looks to be back, I personally did not watch this game, so I can't tell you if he passed my eye test or not. But he had 29 disposals, 6 tackles, and he had 5 tackles last week. And that's what you wanted to see. You wanted to see him tackling, which shows that he's got confidence enough in the body to do it. So I like McRae. Big Bags. Thoughts on whether I should use a boost to move Neil to Bont or Heaney. I'm a bit hesitant as it's really with 3 trades for the run home, which is a bit light even with 22 premiums.
Look, I don't mind Bont. I think
Neil looks cooked.
Yeah, and I think Bont will be fine. If you can grab Bont from Neil for spending a trade, I think you'll enjoy it better for the run home. That's my.
He looks cooked. He looks genuinely cooked on the weekend. Like, I don't know what happened, but it felt like he was 29, and then suddenly he aged 3 years in 1 week or 2 weeks. And like, I don't know what happened, but he just got very old very quickly for some reason. He did not look dynamic at all. He's really struggled this last month. It's been very poor from him. I don't know what is going on. 992, 103, 72, and they smashed them. You know what I mean? Like 72 for an inside mid in a smashing is crazy to me. Metric situation. Causa, metric situation. Trading 3 rookies for Mills as a 23rd premium with 3 trades, but means no Bont, Butters, and Dacos this year. Or get Zorko to Dacos and have 4 trades.
Look, I think Mills is going to be great.
No Mills, no Bont, Butters, or Dacos. That will be one of the poddiest teams ever, Causa.
I have 2 out of the 3, and I feel bad for not owning Butters. So, yeah, that's kind of my feelings at the moment.
That is great. Yeah, look, Butters is Butters, right? We know what Butters is like. He's a gun. Bont, we know is Bont. What's their run home like? So Bont has a positive matchup. 2 reds. The rest are either green or neutral. Port have 2 reds and 1 orange. But the rest are either mostly neutral. But you know what Butters. Butters doesn't give 2 craps. Is he going to cop any tags? He might cop Chincotta, Berry, nobody, O'Connor, nobody, maybe Wagner, Chincotta again, and then nobody. So there's a few tags coming up potentially for Butters. Potentially there's a few tags there. The Bond, maybe Row Bottom or Jordan. You guys don't tag, Adelaide don't tag. Berry go to Bond, maybe, to harass him. We might send Durham, but he'll kill us anyway. Giants, Bedford's too small for him. Melbourne, they seem to like tagging these days, but I don't think it will do anything to him. West Coast will be fine, Freo will be fine. I feel like get Bond. What's Collingwood's run home like? Collingwood. Well, the thing with Dacos, he's going to be a great captaincy option this week as well. Playing against West Coast. Chincotta, nobody. Wagner, nobody. Brisbane are tough. Yeah, look. If you really want to be potty, I reckon you can avoid those 3 and you can just get Mills in. Have your 23 premiums. Because what is Brisbane's run home like? So the question will be, what is Brisbane's run home like for designated kickers? And it is the worst in the league. Only 1 green matchup from here on out. Have the 4 trades, Causa. There's lots of football left. Trade him out. 4 trades is better than 3.
Yeah.
With lots of football to come.
Yeah.
Who would you dump out of Rankin, Warner, Bolton, Rack, Daniel, or Bond?
Probably Bolton, if you can. I trust him a lot less than all of the others. I think the Bolton, unlike Jai Caldwell, who I brought in at a similar time, has not backed up his performances recently. So, yeah.
I think a lot of people are going about the Flex the wrong way. For me, I want someone in there that is guaranteed to score well because there's no bench or looping there. So Dacos this week.
Yeah, I think we'll go over Flex probably next year and the year after, figuring out what is the best thing. I like Flex. I mean, I haven't done it this year, but I like Flex as having another Ruckman because Ruckman generally score the highest. I mean, we spoke about it all preseason. A few people started Cherry, DDK, and Max Gawn for that same reason. I think the other positions on field are good, but I think, hey, if you can grab another good player who you know is probably going to be one of the top scorers regardless of position, do that too. Seen a lot of people with another halfback flanker at the flex. Seen another primo ruck at the flex and things like that. So it's not so much about just having a loop everywhere as opposed to just having your best scorer on field or the best scorer you can afford on field.
Trades this week. Yeah, my trades this week are pretty simple. Facilitated by previous weeks in culling premium. So obviously I traded out Gorn the other week to get to Conning, and I traded out Neil, which left me with money. And I've gone Stone up to Swan Francis. And for a warm body on the bench, Simpson's dead. Simpson to Butler. Just filled the extra player there in the forward line for the rest of the year. If one of these guys has a 1 week injury, I reckon he's pretty good. And yeah, 2 trades left for the year. 22 premiums with McCarthy.
Nice.
Oh, Maltese! It has been ages. Hope you're doing well. Always, you're a ledge. Love you, mate. Dylan Moore is a trap. Already missed his massive score, so he won't do it again, I don't think. Yeah, he's been very inconsistent, hasn't he, this year? Yeah. Oh, Velo, it was good to see you, mate. You're already gone. And
gotcha, Velo. Have a good day, yeah?
Oh, yeah, Crows for Gorland for sure. Easy peasy. Seriously considering your 4 ruck suggestion from the other night, Big J?
I really like it. I really like it. I think just having kind of a different pod, if you can afford a Jackson, potentially as an upgrade. I know he's probably very expensive for a lot of people. But if you can afford him, throw a Darcy Cameron or a Rowan Marshall or someone at that flex position, something that a lot of people won't have, and basically guarantees you 4 players who could go 130 plus every week for not too expensive. So, yeah, Darcy Cameron's got a fantastic run. Started off with West Coast this week versus Flynn. So, wouldn't be surprised if he went big. And he's cheap.
Yeah, for sure. Thoughts was Whitfield's? Yes, Whitfield will be back after the bye.
Hope so.
Reed is cursed, no good. Look, he is cursed, and the curse continues. He's injured again. So there you go. Case in point.
Wow.
Thanks for the thoughts, lads.
Zach Reed's injured again.
No, but I'm saying he's injured. Like, he's always injured. He's always
I was going to say, he's out getting better, and then he's injured already. I'm like, no. That would be awkward.
Is Mills a must or hold trade? 6 left.
Ooh, team sheets coming out.
Thinking Carroll and Pedler to Mills and Liddy with 45Ks left. I don't think I'm full primo yet. Thanks.
Look, I'm really hesitant. I'll probably be the only one, but I'm really hesitant on getting rid of Pedler. I think he's a fantastic F7 coverage. And if Dawson is going to go big over the next few, I think Pedler's in a real chance. I would not be surprised if he scores a 70 to 80 this week versus Richmond and continues on a little bit of the trend. So it's a lot. It's a lot of money for people to hold, but I think he will be a decent enough coverage.
So this is Mills.
Yeah, he was taking
last 2 weeks. Well. So the last 2 weeks he's in the back. He's just floating between the back line and the midfield. This one, he had a lot more of the pill in the mids because the Swans had so much better field position than Port did last week in terms of, the game should have been close to overcome quarter time. They absolutely destroyed Port early on in the piece, but couldn't kick to save their lives. Amadi Party had way too many mushrooms at his party. I don't know what the hell he was doing, but he could not kick the ball into the water if he was standing on the sand at the beach, and he was that bad. So, look, Mills isn't getting the CBAs. It's a different sort of role for him. They're almost using him as a little bit like one of those generals, as a quarterback, happy to, and I like his positioning a lot of the time because he tends to be pretty
trade Pedler. Trade Pedler.
Why? He was just talking about how great he is, and he's only going to score 70 to 80 this week.
Trade Pedler. It's okay. If he was named, he'd be good, but he's not named. So trade him out. Chuck him. Chuck him, boys and girls, in the bin. Where's the? Here you go. Get in the bin. That's it. Good time to run through the team sheets, Joe.
Oh my god! Oh my god! This aged well. That it did. Oh my god! Hold on to Pedler. He's a legend, guys. He's a legend. He's going to score 70 to 80 this week. All right, let's go to the team sheets. I won't rub it in anymore. Team sheets.
How are you going to know? How are you going to know?
All right, so tonight's game. I'll also do the tipping as well. Can't forget the good old tips.
I've done mine already.
Done your tips? I have as well. I got 5 last week.
Nice. Same for me too.
Good man, good man. All right, so, geez, we've got an essay here tonight.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, man.
And Carlton.
Whoever does the graphics is in for a bit of a shock this week.
So, Aaliyah back in. Evans in. Boak in. And huge Jackson back in as well. Finlayson dropped. Yeah, he sucks. Moraes out. Stiff. Mead, stiff. Burton, yeah, you shit too. Meanwhile, Durden, haha, you shit. Ben's unlucky to cop the spray last week. Jesus, he's only played 8 games, just coming down.
Yeah.
Harold dropped, and Chitane dropped as well. We have solo rucking Tom DeConning this week. You love to see it.
Which they should have done anyway, just kind of butting in a little bit. I think every game that Pitnet's played, even when he's supposed to be helping out, he's just sucked. So, yeah, it's not great.
Who are you tipping for this one? The Blues need a strong response tonight.
I tipped Port. I tipped Port. I think Port at home just adds something extra. If it's only Charlie Curnow this week, I think Ali's probably got his number. They've got Zerk Thatcher on him at the moment, but I think Ali's got his number. And I don't trust Carlton's midfield. So, yeah, I think that's just kind of how it's going to run.
I'm really not sure. Like, the head says it's at home. These ins are really good for Port.
They can't stop Francis Butters, Rosie. They can't stop them. Like, just straight up. They won't be able to stop them. Carlton will do the same thing as they've done the last few weeks. Bomb it long. That's it. The Port defenders are good enough that they can stop it. It's just how it's going to go, you know.
But they have to respond after last week. They have to.
They really don't, though.
Everyone's saying Carlton sack Voss. Voss is gone. Blow up the list. Like, if they don't respond this week, then they genuinely never will. Like, seriously, how do you not come out firing and just simply play a high-pressure brand of football, create some turnovers and hit the scoreboard? Look, I don't know. I just feel like Carlton have to respond. I've tipped them by 0 points. I'm tipping it by 0. I don't even know. It's, yeah, I don't know. It's an upset. No one believes in him. I don't believe. Maybe that's crazy. For some reason, I'm believing in these dumbasses. They'll definitely prove me wrong, but at least I'll be happy that they lost again. Then, Swans and Dogs. Oh, my God. Yeah, too many mushrooms. Affected the brain. So, yeah, he's out.
Yeah, Kai's not very happy at the moment. Sydney could be cooked. I mean, who was it? Someone online saying Marty statistically might have had the worst game ever of AFL. That's a bit much considering some players have 0 touches. But, yeah, 0 and 6 in the forward line last week, Joe. See you later. You didn't even get replaced by a forward. You got replaced by Ollie Florent. Like,
yeah. Yeah. But what is that? So, yeah. I'm tipping the Dogs in this one. Sorry, Kai. I'm tipping the Dogs.
Yeah, you have to.
You simply have to. Oh my God, Sexton. Oh my God, Jake Lever and what?
Yep. Yeah. So news came out.
Oh my God.
News came out this week of Jake Lever potentially being injured or something, and they're not coming back. Yeah. So. Yep.
They're dropping Windsor. Why?
He's not good enough. Maybe they want some more attacking and not enough. Not as much running this week. Because Thorstrop's not bad in the forward
running.
line. Yeah, I don't think you can play him and Xavier Lindsay, to be honest.
I think you can.
Yeah. Nah, it's too much of the same.
I think you absolutely can. This guy's good. Bro, I'd take Windsor at the Bombers in a heartbeat.
Yeah, well, I mean, just trade one of your first round picks, Joe. You can get him.
Well, the funny thing is, we've got what their first round pick this year, but I don't know what he's smoking. Like dropping Lever and Windsor. Like Lever's come back from injury. Let the guy play a few weeks to find his legs again. Like I don't necessarily think Lever's the problem. Wasn't it May who had 6 goals kicked on him the other week? Like, just
but one's a key defender. Imagine if they dropped Lever and May in the same week. Like they'd be cooked.
No, they shouldn't be dropping either of them. They're a great combination.
I think Lever's injured. I think that's the problem. Yeah,
it says
or got something on. Yeah.
If he was injured, it would say injured. No?
Yeah.
What the hell is going on at Melbourne? Why are they tanking? We have their pick. They can't even tank right.
Maybe they forgot. Maybe they forgot they don't have a first round pick. Maybe they forgot.
Well, I'm glad you are tanking. Windsor has been shit, and Lever has lost his athleticism a bit from my eye. He's coming back from injury. Of course he's going to look like he's lost some athleticism. But he has to play, though, to get that match fitness into him again so that he can recapture that athleticism. Like, there is second-year blues. There is such a thing, but you persist with them and you help them to get better. They're not challenging anybody this year. I don't know. Crazy stuff. I'm tipping the Suns.
Yeah, no, I've tipped the Suns as well. I think, regardless of Lever being out, I think the Suns at home are a way different beast than the Suns away from home. So they're always my tip, regardless. And Melbourne are a bit shit. So yeah.
All right. Goody's lost the plot. Yeah, that's what it looks like to me.
I wonder if he's up
all right. Past weight dropped.
No, well, he was dropped anyway. 2 weeks ago he scored 4, Joe. He wasn't coming back.
Yeah, fair enough. McKenzie in. Dawson comes in for Tom.
Yeah. So I think Comben last week, the week before had the short. Sorry, 2 weeks before had the shoulder injury. Last week had the week off. Then last week came back. Didn't look fantastic. Maybe didn't get through training as much. Will Dawson's going to take the spot. So I don't think we're going to be harassed as much, but Hawthorn with a few key forwards is going to hurt. Looking at the changes, I'm expecting a Hawthorn win, but you never know.
That's what I'm tipping. I'm tipping a Hawthorn win.
Yeah, I would like North to win. I think winning this game.
You would.
No, but I mean, like after the weeks, after the last 5 weeks we've had, Joe, we have not had a winning 5 weeks in a very long time. So after the 5 weeks we've had post bye, I think something like this would be fantastic for us. But we'll see what happens.
Tipping the Hawks in that one. Collingwood and the Eagles is not. No. Gross is not in.
A few people had brought Dewar in 2 weeks ago, if you don't remember, covering some nice half-back positioning, and then now it's not been great. Ryan Marrick is back to the back line. Tom McCarthy back to the sub position. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
No, not happening.
You reckon they're going to fluff the team sheets and move people around?
Bro, why is McCarthy going to be the sub? No, he's not going to be the sub.
I don't know. Maybe they got shown up and they were like, yeah, nah, you can't be the best player. You've played 1 week of seniors. See you later.
He's not the sub.
Who knows, man?
Charlie West, Charlie Dane. 2 Charlies are better than 1, apparently.
Better than
injured.
None.
Billy Frampton injured, but it's fine. They don't need him against West Coast this week. It would be the most amazing thing if West Coast won, but there's no way in the world Am I tipping that? Nick Dacos as my captain this week.
Yeah, for myself too. I think they're paying $12.50 or something to win. So yeah, as Ben says here, Clay Hall survives.
Unreal.
There you go. A lot of people bringing Diwa in and he's out. Yep, they brought him in last week. They did cop the 80 or something that he scored last week though, so it's not terrible. Yeah, it is what it is, I suppose.
Extended lists now on Sunday. Mikel Delafau. I love this guy. He's my favorite Tiger.
Poor Luke Pedler is injured. I don't know what it is. We'll find out at some point. But you'd assume that Peatling would come back. Probably the only one. Maybe Peatling for Pedler and everyone else. Same from last week. Will play again. So, yeah.
They're all on the bench.
Yeah.
All those ones are on the bench.
Nice to see Rankin named as a follower, which is great. I think he's been forward for a couple of weeks. So, yeah. Ben Key's big game for those people that brought him in.
Yeah, tipping the crumb.
Oh, you have to, Joe. You have to. Blight finally back. Is Blight named on field, Joe?
No, last on the bench.
Yeah, so I don't think he's back.
Yeah.
I don't think he's back. Ben reckons might be a corky, so could potentially come back next week. We'll see.
Fair enough. Frio and the Saints. Dudley could be not on the bench still. Darcy's still on the bench. And McDonald's on the bench.
How did your boy Alex Taru do last week? Oh, yes. 9 disposals, 7 kicks, 2 handballs. Okay, not too bad.
Hugo's on field.
Yeah, of course. Finally gets a run. We'll see. They can always move people around, but yeah.
So Hugo's likely to play then. Probably comes in for Webster. But
Webster doesn't play in the middle.
Well, they've got him in the middle, but he's gone out. Someone has to come in, and looks like Garcia is in. Who else is there? Hunter Clark is on the. No, where's Henry? Liam Henry. Oh, Henry's on field as well. So are they both in? Garcia and Henry could both be in. Harrell and Boyd are on the bench. So they don't make it. But it looks like Garcia and Henry make it back in this week. I'm still tipping the Dockers. At home. Revenge game against the Saints after they destroyed them at Marvel earlier in the year. And the Dockers are in good form. So I'll tip the Dockers.
I have as well.
Those are my tips for the week.
Michael's
really
saying here Hugo tagged last week when they beat Freo. Yeah, you can go Carlton if you want. I do like Port at home. I think they can be a good game. Probably return of a Horn Francis if we'll see. So yeah, it's not. I think that's.
You might be right. Maybe I'm overhyping these dumbasses a bit too much. We'll say by. To get some momentum, crowd gets up and about. Stuff it. We'll just say 13. Stuff it. We'll do that. The Blues to lose. We'll tip it. And for the 85 people who are watching at the moment, last week I did a live watch along of the game, of the Thursday night game. Would you like me to do a live watch along of tonight's game?
We did have someone asking in the chat. I'm just trying to find where it was. We did have someone asking, saying, "Hey Joe, when is the next live watch along?" There you go, Henry V. We got any more watch-alongs coming, guys, this week? We're going to do this game, Joe, or what's up?
Yeah, I can do it. I've got nothing else planned for tonight.
There you go. Yes, please. There you go.
All right.
Initiator says yes. Pacey says yes. Henry's saying Bo Allen sub. We'll see. Port will beat us. There you go.
I don't know, man. I'm trying to instill some hope into you guys, but yeah, all right. I'll do the live watch along then of this Port Carlton game tonight. If you'd like to join us for a different
I'll draw up a thumbnail for you. What time, Joe? What time?
Since this is a 7:30 game, we'll get on 5 minutes before it starts. I will say 7:25.
Okay.
Thank you very much. So yeah, the fastest in the business when it comes to the thumbnails. We'll do it. Yeah, exactly. So if you want to hear the game from a different perspective, different take, keeping track of the live scores through, obviously the Supercode scoring and things like that, join us at 7:25 for what will hopefully be an interesting game between the Port and the Blues. We'll see what happens there. All right, so let's go back to this is the community team, and the community team is flying at the moment. No, that's not. This is my team. No, this is the community team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 players in the community team. Very good. We voted Bond into Dacos this week in the community team.
Yeah, I've done that as well. Joe, do you know what's special about Bond's game this week? Someone was saying online.
It's a milestone.
Yeah, do you know what it is?
No.
Is it like 150 games? Is it 200 games? Does anyone know?
I'm sure someone does know.
I mean, someone would have to know, but does anyone in the chat know?
Oh, game 250, perhaps?
Game 250.
He's played 249 games. Maybe this is game 250.
There you go.
So that could be it is 250th. There you go. So look at my team. My team again has problems in it. And the problem is that I don't have enough people this week. Whoops, not that one. That one.
That's not a good problem to have.
No, only 16 people. Oh no, 17 because we've got Butler in this week too. So let's have a look.
There you go. All right.
People in the back line. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 people. Let's just hope that these 17 guys perform as well as 18. Let's just hope. The conning, it's all on you, my boy. Solo rucking against Vigo Visentini. Dante Visentini. We have Vigo against Dante Visentini. Come on, do it.
Are they brothers?
They are brothers. They are brothers. Don't let Calvin hear you say anything about Kurt's Big J. Play C, lads, Neil and Long to Dacos and Mills. Very cool. Are you watching with socks on? Okay, that's not for me. McCarthy, is he a 23rd viable option? He is for me, and that's what I've got. Swan's only hope is to not let doggies get inside forward 50s, which is very hard to do considering that they have a very good midfield. McCartan is a pretty good defender. He is when he's not playing forward.
So if we do 725, Joe, 725 for the watch along?
Yeah, 725. 5 minutes before the game gives me time to eat dinner as well and stuff.
Well, we better be finishing up soon then if we can get you on.
Yeah, absolutely. Ben, last boost, Bolton to Darcy, Roberts to Mills, Sheldrick and Clay Hall, or Johnson of the Bombers to Bond and McCarthy, running Kirch or McCarthy at flex. Very cool.
Look, I would say if I was in your position, Ben, keep Sheldrick. I think Sheldrick's fantastic. I think he could be averaging close to 100 for this year. He's a good kind of 90 on field at a minimum, and it would be fantastic cover to have for quite a few weeks. I think I'm really sketch about these Essendon defenders at the moment, or just Essendon rookies because of so many players coming back. Someone needs to move. So we'll see what happens with that, but I would keep Sheldrick. If Kai's still in the chat, apparently Sheldrick's basically holding Sydney over a barrel and saying, hey, play me in the midfield for the entire year, otherwise I'm leaving. He's a great player to hold if you can.
It allows him to get Bond though.
Oh, I mean, sorry. If Sheldrick's the only way to get Bond, okay. But if you can do something else and get him,
My mids will be Anderson, Butters, Bond, Sarong, Dacos, Hewitt, Rowell, and Holmes. I do have McCarthy and Darcy. Beautiful. Big Joe spot on. Carlton are way too top heavy. Their bottom 6 to 8 players are no good. It's been that way for a long time. The playing group.
it's not even bottom 6. It's like bottom 12, bottom 15. Like there's probably 8 good players on the team, and the rest of them are just making up numbers. There's a long way to go.
Yeah, I've got 4 trades left with 1 rookie left on field. You can do it. You can get them off. If that rookie is McCarthy, then you're laughing.
Yeah.
Carlton been rubbish since paper bags were phased out, potentially. Hi all. G'day, Michael. The hiker hates the snow, as do we all out west. Fair enough.
Yep.
Hi, Fadi El Sheikh. How are you, Fadi? Nice to see you, mate.
What's up, Fadi?
Right, lads. 23 premiums or 22 premiums with Bont and McCarthy in flex.
I like the second one.
I like the second one as well.
Yeah.
Essendon going to get Merritt back in the CBAs. We will. Yes.
Yeah, I think so too.
Makes
me feel sad. Makes me feel sad getting rid of him a couple of weeks ago, but I did it. It's happened. We just move on.
Yeah, so we've been playing him out of there out of necessity, but all the players come back after the bye. Redmond's back, Reed is back, Ridley's back. He won't have to play anywhere else anymore, which is good. Which one of Clark or Johnson? I think Clark, because he's got a good spot on the wing that no one's kicking him out of. Problem is if the Suns start losing, Nando's will, agreed. Maltesing, not going to bag the Blues, but gee, do they need to get their crap together? I think Wright will absolutely clean it out in areas they need, not necessarily what the supporters or media want.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Unless he says, and just straight up for your Carlton fans, I think the problem is a lot worse than just the coach. I think they need to really start to offload a few players. Yes. Until they've got the guts to do that, I don't see much changing, to be honest.
Yep.
New game plan will come in. Same thing will happen again and again and again. So,
yeah. Paris, hey boys, would you rather get Horn Francis or Darcy for Shea Bolton in one trade, or 2 trades and get Bolton out for McRae? 4 trades left. Do the 1 trade. I think 3 trades will come in really handy as the season goes on. Do the 1 trade.
Darcy's a bit of fun. Take Darcy. Darcy will be good enough for you. And he's too many people now have brought him in at a cheap price that I think the antipod is too hard.
Dawson kicks goals too many forward. Is the start of the comp. I agree. Yeah, look, obviously one's going to be more expensive than the other, depending on your trade situation. But I think Horn Francis offers you more value for that price. Henderson has been my best pick this year. Started him. Oh, yeah, so good. So good. Well done. Do I go Sam Darcy or Jack McRae? Obviously, there's a price difference between them. Maybe more value in Darcy. But if you have the money and you can get McRae in just as simply, then McRae is also good. But I think Sam Darcy has more value. Don't forget, it's Brisbane's first buy for the year. Well, that might explain why he looks really buggered out. Freddie, thoughts on going down to 2 trades and going Merritt and Washcroft to Richards and Mills at flex? Puts my team in a really good position, primo-wise, ranked 300. I think Merritt. I think if you've held Merritt through his worst period of all time, like trading him out now at this point, when he's lost so much money, might suck. But if you've got 23 premiums with 2 trades left, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I think I'm not convinced too much on Merritt at the moment. I mean, we've seen even when they had a full team, like he was barely scoring hundreds, he'd have 1 big game and then 2 or 3 poor games, and then 1 big game and 2 or 3 poor games. I think similar to what I've said against a couple of other players like Dawson. He's more than happy to cop the tag if the team wins. More than happy to get the shit gig if the team wins as well. So yeah, I don't know. I'm happy. Get rid of him. Get rid of him. It gives you more players this week as well, which if you're currently ranked 300, having 2 more guys off the bye who are playing is probably a lot more beneficial for you.
Maybe. Essentially, yeah, fair point. But I haven't had them at this stage and ranked 35.90 as well. Yeah, it's good, but at the same time, if they start to fire and you don't have them, then obviously anti-potting might suck.
Oh,
So the
yeah.
question is, who do you fear the most from moving forward out of Butters, Bont, or Dacos? Who's the one that's going to torch you moving forward? Well, you'd think Dacos is going to have a really good run to end the year, especially considering that he's going to have a really good captaincy score this week. The Doggies have the 5th best run home. So, Bont could be a hard watch. Collingwood and Port both have middle of the run matchups there. Harry, g'day, Harry. McKercher and Bolton versus Nazaya and Rouston. Bolton versus Rouston as his 22nd. 4 trades.
Surely you take McKercher and Bolton.
Yes. Correct.
Surely, yeah.
Or do I just do Neil to Bont and Johnson Clark to Butler, which leaves me with 6 trades?
I like the second one.
Yeah, Neil to Bont is good because you get a puffed out buy player, and you get in the best player in the comp. The community team is going to show up the runs of the buys. Really think will climb quickly. I agree. Young Scuds, welcome to the group. Horn Francis or Darcy for last premium?
I really like Darcy. I think Horn Francis is okay, but I don't think he's got the ceiling that what Darcy's got at the moment. And a lot of people don't have Darcy. Sorry, a lot of people do have Darcy, so it's hard not to. Yeah. Doggies have a few pretty good runs coming up.
Every time you go, of course they go big.
There you go. Works nice for me when I had Levi in my team. I went big last week, so.
All sending out, leaving myself with 3 trades with plenty of cover, so we'll see. Going Travalia, Carroll, and Roberts for Mills, Darcy, and the lid. Who's the lid? The Lydia?
Oh, Liddy.
Oh, Liddy. Yes, very good. Well done. Roberts, Travalia, Carroll, and Roberts. Mills, Darcy, and Liddy. Yeah, it works. 190s player to get you 2 premiums. Yeah, it's fine. Francis to kick 6 goals and keeps it in the finals hunt. Yeah, right.
We'll see.
He could also be sore. He did look very sore.
Common.
Yes, that was Condon, I think. Maybe coming back from the bye, I want to change a couple of things. I want to try a couple of things. Yeah, about Melbourne. Yeah, I don't know. They don't list everything, honestly. No, they don't. Window's been shit, and I was really worried of that one. Just remember, Joe coaches are the smartest people in the world. Indeed, agreed with Winslow was much better last year. Yeah, you can be. You can be fine. Obviously, second-year blues are a thing, but I think you have to persist with someone who's promising like that. Rookie carnage this week.
That's all right.
Westie's first Pies game, so watch his game last week. Sensational. Good hands, which I think is really important. Great to see how he goes. Seems like good confidence also, not super coach relevant. Love it. Good to see. Yeah. Thanks, Maltese.
Another one with Carlton and good hands. Sorry, not Carlton. Collingwood and good hands and a few other people. Like they just get these players out of nowhere, man. They pay up for a couple of players, get everyone super cheap, and they turn out to be superstars. So, yeah, it's a good thing to have in your side to keep top of the ladder.
Yeah. McCarthy was last on the bench to read anything into it. Sub, maybe. I think McCarthy is last on the bench because it's going up by numerical order.
Yeah.
5, 10, 26, 32, 45. They'd be absolutely psycho having McCarthy be the sub when he is their best kick. No way that's happening. Logan Evans and Flynn Young are the subs. Thank you very much. Bo Allen could very well be the sub again. You are correct. Trey, I'm a Blues fan and tip Port by 40. Yeah, well, when you're the person on the receiving end of all of the abuse, it becomes very hard to see any form of positivity. So I can understand. Trade Clark or Johnson, only one. Maybe Johnson. I think Clark stays on the wing. 250th game, 250 games. Love it. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
TDK, good vice option. Yes, he is. He is a good. If we look at the
Look, I'm not
Rucks,
keen on him.
Carlton are playing against Port. Solid green matchup for Rucks. So he's very good. Hoff will hard tag Nicky D, I reckon.
Maybe.
Well, they can, yeah, maybe. But if we look at the inside mids, Collingwood playing West Coast green matchup there. I think he should still be fine. He'll run hard. Trade out Neil or Merritt for Bond.
That's tricky. I would probably go Lockie Neal, but it may hurt you a little bit. Joe seems to think that Merritt will be back to his spot, and he's not like 35. So, yeah.
All right. Heads Neil, and tail is Merritt.
I guess it's Neil. Yeah. There you go.
Tips, Tips sort of went through them a little bit.
You got your tips.
Already closed it.
That's all right. Thanks, Big J. So you think keep Sheldrick? No. So I'm happy with taking Mills. If you can go Roberts to Bont, then fantastic. But Mills is very good. I think Mills will outscore Sheldrick. My understanding was your trades was Sheldrick or the Bombers boys, and you can't do both. So I would get Mills, get Bont. Sheldrick's just a really good cover.
Support to beat the Blues, Dogs to beat the Swans, Suns to beat Melbourne, Hawks to beat North, Collingwood to beat West Coast, Crom to beat Richmond,
Have we just
and
picked
Freo to beat
all of the money? We've just picked all of the money this week. If you're the favorite, we've just picked you regardless, even without actually doing it on.
Well, yeah, I mean that's the reason why we're the favorites, right? So your age is showing with that Deledio comment, mate. I've watched footy a long time. Sherry has signed an extra 2-year contract till 2031.
There you go, Corey. All we need is McKercher to sign, and then we can do a few things. My only thing with that, if Cherry's done another 2 years, we really must be trying to move some money around. Maybe there's a big player coming over the next couple of years that we're looking for, or trying to make it so that we can keep everyone on the list. Because what's the point of re-signing like for another 2? 2029 is still so far away that it must just be like a money restructure thing, which is good. Might mean that we've got some, Miles Bergman or someone come along to the ruse and see what happens.
I want to see what I'm really not sure who I want to VC tonight. Like, what have Rucks been scoring against Port?
Look, I think he'll go okay against
159
against Vicentini. Like, I think he'll be fine. And it's hard to go past Bont.
Yeah, but I mean, we went 159, round 14. Who played against Port that week? It was Melbourne. Gone 126. Week before that, round 13. It was Giants versus Port. It was in the ruck. Madden 81. Lol. Madden scored 81. Round 12 was the bye. Round 11 was Fremantle. Jackson 163. I'm willing to roll the dice with TDK tonight. Stuff it. I reckon he can do it. Bond VC into Nakos C. Yeah. Lockie Neal. Does whatever Lockie Neal does. Can he be traded for Mills? Yes, he can, because he is Lockie Neal. Indeed. That's exactly what happened. I traded him out to lock in Neil. Where is my history? History. Trade history. Neil to Mills. Freed up money, and I'm very happy for it. I'm ahead
There
in
you
points, and I got the upgrades done.
Money.
Show
Here
me
comes
the
the
money.
money.
Money. All
There you
right,
go.
guys. We'll call it a night there. Thank you so much for
Give
watching.
Joe that 20 minutes of eating food because he will be back at 7:25. I did make a super awesome thumbnail, so give us a shout,
Love
like
it.
whatever you want to do. It's
Thank
looks
you.
a bit sexy, but yeah, he'll be back.
Is it similar to the one where it had me again like last time, or is this a different sort of thing?
Oh, it's basically the same, but I made it look better.
Made it look better. Ooh.
Yeah.
We love that. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to watch, like he said, a different sort of take, my take, watching it together. Obviously, I can't show the game. I'll just be showing the footy scores, and the Supercoach scoring. So if you want to watch it with me, we'll see you at 7:25.
Catch you then, fellas. Make sure that you get enough players for round 16. Bit of a trade talk there. Have fun. Have a good weekend. We'll catch you on Monday at 7:30.
Bye.